Good morning, students. As you know, we are revising the syllabus for the half-yearly examination. I hope you are revising very well and you are learning at home and writing some question answers. So, India means freedom. So, chapter 10 today I will revise India means freedom. Means how India got, means how did India get freedom? How did India get freedom? As you know, the history, India got freedom on 15 August 1947, but after much struggle, India got freedom after much struggle. Many types of struggle happened in past time. So you can also study the history of freedom. So firstly, as you know, a great Indian leader, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, said, "Freedom is my birthright and I shall have it." Freedom is my birthright and I shall have it. Yes, freedom is the fundamental rights of all human beings. Nobody likes to live in slavery. Everybody loves freedom. Even birds and animals like to live in a free atmosphere. A few centuries ago, India was the world's wealthiest nation. India was the dreamland for many emperors of distant lands. India was called the Golden Sparrow by the rest of the world. The era changed when Prithviraj Chauhan, a Hindu king, was defeated and killed by Muhammad Ghori, a Muslim invader from Afghanistan in 1192, and after that Mughal rule was founded in India. So after that European merchants came into India. Because of India was very wealthy, so Indian goods were in the great demand of the European market, and since ancient times, cotton and silk cloth, medicines, perfumes, precious stones, spices, work of art, and many other Indian articles are sold in the European markets. During the Mughal period, the Portuguese, the Dutch, the English, and the French established their companies in India, and for the purpose of only trade. They started trade and they wanted to manufacturing of the objects, manufacturing of the things, and they wanted to sell to the Indians. So soon the Europeans started fighting among themselves. Because of Europeans were many, they were Dutch, English, and French. Dutchians from they were Dutch from that country, European country, and English for Britain, and French from France. So basically, Portuguese also there from Portugal. One country is Portugal. From Portugal, Portuguese also there. So many countrymen were there as fighting together for the purpose of trade. So some British merchants came together in 1600 and established the English East India Company. It was very important company as made the turning point for Indian society. So after that the British gained a firm footing and came to a power. Because of they established East India Company had to do the trade work and marketing system for the Indians. In this way they spread out the trade, and with the help of Mughal Emperor Jahangir, they settled the factories and they got good profit from the selling of the things, and different types items they were using as to sell. So British merchants in Bengal misused the trading facilities granted to them. Therefore Siraj-ud-Dawla I was there, Mughal Subedar Siraj-ud-Dawla. So he was the Subedar of Bengal. Took stern actions against them, means against British. The British declared a war against Siraj-ud-Dawla because Siraj-ud-Dawla was a good king, good Subedar. Good. He was a small king. Subedar means as the main empowered man from the king, by the king. So British declared a war against Siraj Uddaula and defeated him in the Battle of Plassey in 1757. In 1764, the British defeated the Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II. After that, the Mughal defeated, this British defeated the Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II, and the Battle of Buxar. One place is Buxar. In the Battle of Buxar, means British defeated Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II. So in this way, the British people and their Kolkata, they settled the good market and good trade. In this way, they started indirectly as administration by the side of the trade. So in the next 50 to 60 years, the British increased their power in India. They defeated Sikhs and Marathas and annexed a number of states. The British who came to trade with India became the rulers. They became the rulers. So they exploited the wealth of this country and sent it to their own country. Means they took all the wealth in their own country, means in Britain. So a current of the anger ran all over India because of all the people of India had understood that time that Englishmen are doing wrong. Englishmen are doing wrong. They are doing the trade work, but it is not really trade work. Means they want to rule over to us. This type of thought came to the Indian people, and all where it started the anger in all over India. So you revise this chapter today. I will explain the revolt of 1857 that made the important changing. Okay, thank you.